Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project, a fortnightly podcast, or whenever we fancy now, because we're in lockdown central with the old coronavirus going on. We here on the Utopia Project, we like to chew the fat and discuss the little things in life that piss us off and decide whether or not they go into our hypothetical utopia. My name is Chunky T, and I'm joined each and every show by the inventor of the unicycle. It's Jack Magic.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, not bad. Living the dream, you know how it is.
Very, very surreal, this, isn't it?
It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Recording a podcast that's not recorded because it's live and we're not even together.
Yeah, it's a lot for me to take in, to be honest. Like, the wonders of technology has meant that we can do this from, well, my spare room, your partner's room.
And more by the fact that, obviously, I'm not looking directly at the camera because that's up here, but we've got like Skype calls going on down here. That is how we're doing it, and it's If I'm completely honest, we don't even know if anyone's actually looking at it.
No, I've got the feed up on my iPad. So if any comments are there, please say hello if you're watching. I think we're up to about 13 viewers now, something like that.
They can all laugh at us be absolutely stupid on the internet.
Yeah, but the reason we've been able to do this is because we've got a new member of our team, haven't we, Jack?
We certainly do. Yeah.
It's the man, the myth, the legend. He's actually been on the show before, but is Bryn Williams from the Bryn Williams
Producer
podcast. Bryn. You can't actually see him or hear
Bryn
him
in our ear,
but we've got him in our ear, and he's there calling us you fucking dickheads and all this. I don't know why he's Australian.
He's so cockney at us.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much, Bryn. But he's joining the team, and what we're going to be doing over the next however long. I mean, we'll be doing these live streams whenever we fancy, I think. But he's joining the team permanently, so we'll have a video podcast every time for every episode. So that's pretty cool when we resume play.
And assuming that it all goes well, I mean, we can maybe do some more of these, or obviously when we do get back to sort of normality and the world returns to normal, we can do like a post-apocalypse, normal, properly recorded one, as opposed to relying on the joys of the interwebbings. Yeah.
So that's joyous. But without further ado, we haven't got all the sound beds, but we have got the fancy noises this time, haven't we? So we've got, hopefully this ain't too loud for everybody listening, but we've got the big cross and the air horn and all that sort of mumbo jumbo. But yeah, should we get on with the national anthem, Jack?
Let's do it.
Unfortunately, we're not able to perform it live this time. So we've got it pre-recorded, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So Bryn, can you take it away for us?
Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home. It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan. There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great. Just as long as we've already let it through our gates. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. It's where we discuss the little things and make them better for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. You got a pet peeve, we'll kick it out for you. It's a wonderful and magical and positively colourful. It's our cheeky show, by now you know. It's the Utopia Project.
So that was the national anthem. We can't hear it. We don't know if it's worked. We don't know if some of our audio has been cut off or fuck all. It's going to be, as the normal show is, Jack, an absolute fucking shambles.
Yeah, it's literally just best guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just on a Skype call and someone's telling me this is being broadcast. It's So yeah. I've got like one screen over here showing the feed that's live, but it's about 30 seconds late. I've got you on here. I've got Bryn in me here. I don't fucking what the fuck.
No idea what's going on.
Yeah, but anyway, right, let's try and crack on, Jack.
Yes.
We have got one more announcement, haven't we?
We
for the
certainly
show?
do.
And it's a bit of baptism by fire because he's never done podcasts before. He just said to us, "Give us a go. I reckon I'll be all right at that." But we said, "Okay, then yeah, your first episode will be a live stream where even we don't know what we're doing."
Yeah, straight in at the deep end. We've got no idea what we're doing. He's got no idea what he's doing. There's no room for error because it's literally live. And it's all going great.
So without further ado, we would like to introduce to the show Mr. Sharpie.
Before though, innit, on pet peeves and stuff, it's just the joys of technology. Because like we obviously people don't see it behind the scenes. Obviously, we spent like a couple of hours last night getting everything set up, tested, sorted, everything like that. We've been on for an hour before this, getting everything sorted, tested. We're like, yep, it's working. And then as soon as we go live, it's just like, nope.
Yeah, but it's the character of the show.
Everybody's saying that the sound ain't working, or Chris has no sound, or something like that. So,
my mic's on.
Yeah, your mic's on. We can hear you. But it's the joys of live shows. Can't hear Chris apparently. Yeah, there we go. Oh, thank you very much, Bryn. Yeah, producer Bryn in my ear saying that we've. It's sorted whenever we go to his camera apparently. Thank you everybody, and thank you producer Bryn. Hopefully everybody can hear us now.
Yeah. If not, just as a quick one, Chunk, with everybody, if anybody does comment and stuff, literally the people watching this are basically like the second silent producer. You need to tell us if something doesn't work, or if it does work, or what. Because
very true.
Bryn's the only guy that knows, and he's not on this show.
Yeah, so I think, so I think Sharpie. Nobody actually got your intro there, so do you want to just have a quick hello again? So yeah,
just say hello to everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be on the show. I hope I can add to fucking it up in my own ways as well. Like,
yeah.
It was when I did enjoy when Chunk, when you messaged me, basically it was obviously back and forth deciding what we're going to do after, like, God rest him, Matt left. And
he's not dead, Jack. Fucking hell.
But no, so after he's gone,
he's on the feed. Hello, Matt. I'm glad you're not dead.
Yeah, well, there's worse situations it could be in. But obviously, I mean, get coronavirus or get booted from Utopia Project. I'd rather get coronavirus. No, miss you, love you, etc. But no, when we had what I was trying to say, when we had the chat, obviously, and Chunk messaged me basically saying, "What do you think to Sharpie being on the show?" And I literally just replied with, "Yes, I like how his brain works."
Yeah.
It's I'm probably like one of the most autistically not autistic people going. So
yeah,
well, the way my mind works is very peculiar.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So moving on then, Jack, what has been pissing you off during this lockdown, mate?
So I'm going to try and use it a bit like an auto cue because my camera's here and my notes are directly below it, so it's meant to be a bit strange. Like I feel like Donald Trump. I'm sat here reading an auto cue, and everything is fine. It's fine. It's going well, and you are fake news.
China.
But no. So my pet peeve is it's the true. We've had a similar one before, but specifically for the lockdown special, it's hashtag British problems, isn't it? People that don't know how to queue or moan about having to do it. Because I went to the shop the other day, pick up some essentials before anyone moans, And like, there's obviously a queue outside, and they let one person in at a time, and all that kind of stuff. And there was this. I mean, I'm not bashing him in general because it's the general type of person, but this guy was an older dude, and he got loaded his trolley full of plants outside, and then went to walk in the door, and the guy was like, "Oh, there's a queue round here, mate. If you don't mind jumping into that." We was like, everyone's just looking at him like, what are you doing? It's quite obvious how this works. Like, you queue outside, and the guy will tell you when you can go in. And he was like, oh, right, oh, okay then, right. And then he went to leave, and the guy just sort of grabbed his trolley and was like, look, it's only like 5 or 10 minutes. Like, you'll not be long. If you want to queue, it'll be fine. And he went, oh, all right, well, I'm not happy. And the bloke just went, yeah, I don't think anyone is, mate. I was like, the main thing I thought is, you're British. You should have mastered this by now.
Yeah.
The British people are the greatest at queuing, and if you can't do it now, just get the fuck out.
They're also pretty good at moaning, but just getting on with it. Every British person loves a good moan. Like, I'm not happy about it. It needed to be said, otherwise it would have festered up inside. Like,
yeah. It's true British thing, isn't it? Like, when I was at work the other week, I was stood in the toilet washing my hands, and the door is directly behind me, and somebody opened the door into my back, and I apologised.
Oh, mate.
I was like, oh, sorry that you've just opened the door into my back.
Yeah, you should be leaning up a door, though, mate. That's your fault.
I find you do that a lot when there's awkward silences as well. You know, if you don't do the awkward, or you'll move past them and you'll have to say, "Oh, well, sorry, mate, sorry about that." Yeah, just fill the silence.
Yeah, sorry, just squeezing through. Don't mind me.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
just people that can't queue, people that don't get how the world's working at the minute. Like, if you haven't realised this now, like, just stay in your house. You shouldn't be out.
I've noticed a lot of people moaning about the length of queues, and I'm like, yeah, but everybody's got to stand 2 meters apart. So
it's the same
fucking
queue.
Longer, isn't it, mate? Like,
yeah.
It's only,
it looks worse than it is.
If there's like 10 people in the queue, that's a 20-meter queue. If quick maths, I think. But
yeah.
But so it's going to be a really fucking long queue, even though there's not that many people in it. Like, just get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, he's not happy. Remember, he's not happy about it.
He is not happy.
I'm not happy about it. What was he getting as well? Was he getting plants?
I thought you said that, to be fair.
Yeah, do you know what the best part about it is? That he put in his trolley outside the shop, and then, bear in mind, I was at the front of the queue, and he went, oh, I'm not happy, and then went and queued, and then I went round and got my bits, and bear in mind, I had like a basket full of bits and properly took my time. He got to the queue before I did. He got to the checkout before I did, and all he had in his trolley was plants still.
I can see that as being the biggest non-necessity possible is probably plants.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to get out. I know there's a pandemic on, but I need to get my hydrangeas planted.
Some rhododendrons or whatever the fucking called.
Me sunflowers are lonely.
God, you don't plant junk, Jesus.
So what are you wanting to throw in or out of Utopia then, Jack? Is that queuing, or just moaning about queuing, or just people that just don't get the world at the minute?
If I'm honest, like, especially at the minute, like on the odd occasion I do go out, it's worse than being at work. Just fucking idiots.
Yeah, but that's a very broad thing, isn't it? Like...
Unfortunately, they exist, but I don't like, even when I'm not at work, I've still got to look at them.
And he's not happy about it. Remember,
I'm not happy about it. No, I'd say like just people. I'm going to go specifically with people that don't know how to queue or don't like queuing. If you're British and you don't like queuing, you're not British.
Yeah, well, I don't think you really like British people like queuing. They just understand queuing.
Yeah, they don't enjoy it, but they go, "Oh, all right then." If someone goes, "Hey, there's a queue here, mate," you just go, "Oh, okay, sorry, mate," and then you do the British thing, apologise, and go to the back.
I think what would be quite a cool thing is just to try and encourage queues for things that aren't even there. Like,
that'd be a good idea.
Into things and just be like, "Hey, up, mate, there's a queue here," and just get them to queue behind other strangers. And then they get there and they're like, "This isn't what I queued for." No, mate, that's just a group of people
that are queuing for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
He's just got too deep into it now. You got to follow what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Well, what happens
Literally
to the
just
person that
like
gets to the
a
front?
corner.
The person
It
that gets
could
to
just
the
be like
front,
a
and they're like, right, we go to the back now.
No, it'd just be like a corner. So if you get to a junction in a street and you want to turn right, you queue to turn right, and then when you feel like going, you turn right.
Fair play. Yeah.
Like traffic lights, but everybody just does it.
Well, it's something to do, innit?
Yeah.
Well, there's no else to do in this fucking lockdown.
I'm happy to send that, Sharpie. What about you? What's your overview on it?
Especially with the way our world is at the moment, I'll send that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So over this soundboard works, but I shall send it to the volcano of Utopia. See you later, mate.
See you later, mate.
Yeah. So,
it's weird not having my own soundboard.
Yeah, I know. It's been taken away, isn't it? It's weird for me not having all the sound beds and stuff because I'm just sat in a quiet room talking to myself like a loser.
I feel like I need some fake buttons to push. I might just start pushing buttons on the remotes and that.
Do you know what's even more strange is by the sounds of it, Lee, Fiona, and or Amy are watching, and they're in the same house as me. And just as you did that noise, and then we started discussing it, all I heard from downstairs was. I was like, oh, they're watching then. So hello, guys.
Yeah,
I'm upstairs in your house.
So moving on a little bit. For anybody listening, we'll be doing a few listeners' peeves. So tell us what's been pissing you off during the lockdown. Obviously, coronavirus is annoying. Don't be shit with stuff like that. Don't be saying stuff like, oh, I don't like lockdown. None of us fucking like it. Get over it.
Yeah. Deal with it.
You deal with it. But for me, the one thing that's been pissing me off fortnight lockdown is I never realised how much my missus fucks about with the fucking thermostat on the heating. Jesus fucking... I'm sick of just suddenly being cold, man. She's like...
That surprises me because your house is always cold.
Oh, mate, no, but that's what I mean. Because you put the thermostat on and it gets it nice and warm and it maintains a nice warm level. And she goes, no, too hot, turn it down.
Maybe it's the idea of actually doing something. Like when we smoke and you roll fags and it's more like the therapeuticness of rolling it. If you could make a fake thermostat so she can...
Yes, like a touch me, feel me board.
Yeah. To be fair, Chung, you're a Sparky. Just undo the thermostat, replace it with a fake one, and wire a new one up somewhere that you've got control of.
I think I'm going to have to. I don't know if it's just a compulsion she's got because I'm worried that I'm going to come down in the night and she'll just be in the dark like. What are you doing?
I'm just adjusting the temperature.
Yeah, she's actually commented now. Actually, she just put, "That's it. The heating is off for good now." She's on a power trip, man. She's got that.
Is that what producer Broom was just saying in your ear? I heard him say something about the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, me or Chung?
Brynny's not muted me. This is my show, right?
Yeah, but to be fair, mate, currently Bryn's got the power, so we've got to be nice to him. Yeah,
sorry, Bryn. I feel like said it the other night when we were testing it, didn't I? I feel like Jonathan Pye, like fuck you, Tim, fuck you, no, fuck you, Bryn. But anyway, yeah, my thing is people fucking about with the thermostat when they have not got the authority over that thermostat. It is a group decision. I want a council of thermostat usage and a vote to be held.
I agree with Chris entirely.
What's that?
You're a dad now. That's a dad thing.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the only powers I've got left.
Yeah. I bet because you're a dad, you're now going to go around being like, oh, do we need these lights on? No? Just question everything. Do we need to start at 24?
It just pisses me off. I mean, in fairness, Amy pays the bills, so it is kind of up to her. But I'm like, just give me this one. Let me be warm in my own house, man.
Rustling your jimmies out.
Yeah. The worst thing is, as you know, I'm quite a night owl. I'll stay up quite late. Amy probably goes to bed, I don't know, about 10, 11 on average. And then I'll be sat there at midnight and I'll just be like, it's fucking cold, man. And I'll touch the radiator and I'll be like, it's off. Why is it off? I'm still up. I want my house to be warm. She's like, no, it's bedtime. Good night. Heating off.
Has she not heard of this thing like called, I'm pretty sure it's called a timer?
Oh no, but that's on me, innit? Like I am an electrician and probably should.
And you haven't set that up.
We haven't got one.
I would say it's not about that anyway. It is the power thing. She knows she's got you by the balls there. When she's in bed all wrapped up warm, she's like, you know what? He's going to be a bit nippy.
Literally, she has got me by the balls because they shrivel up inside me because I'm that fucking cold.
She's like Sharpie just said, like, I have the power now.
Yeah. So yeah, can that go? I do this every time, don't I? I always get really like aggy, and then I'm like, stop talking about it, stop laughing at me, and let me put it in.
Yeah, and the fact that you've pretty much just been ripping your missus for the past 5 minutes.
I'm just the door in a minute and just like, hatch it to the back of my head. I've had enough of it.
You'll be cold forever now. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know. What specifically are you banning then? Just people fiddling with thermostats, or?
I want the power of all thermostats in the land.
All of them.
Well, so like, even if I have my own house in Utopia, you control the thermostat to that.
Yeah, yeah.
No deal.
No. I just everybody has their own thermostat.
But Chunk controls all of them.
Thermostat in your house.
But I like you can. I don't know. We'll have like Thor, God of Thunder, and I'll be Chunk, God of Thermostats. Like.
Yeah, and you can let everybody know you're not happy when the temperature's too low.
I'm not happy about this, but I'm not turning it back.
It's like a passive-aggressive thing. You don't say you're not happy, but you just do it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about this.
And my fierce enemies, I can just boil them. Just turn it up and... That's a bit sinister.
Yeah.
Can't leave your house? Good.
Everyone in the house is like, oh no. Is it just me or is it getting a bit warm? Oh no.
Chunk's not happy. We know.
Chunk's not happy.
Oh dear.
Is that going? What do you reckon, Chris? Is that in or out?
Oh, I don't know whether heads or tails with that. I'd probably say we could control our own thermostats, but I'd put you in control of else's thermostat.
Yeah.
You can be the manager of that as long as you don't tell Amy Taylor I said that.
Can I have like a giant thermostat, like in a just one room, like a glass case that's got this big dial, and just like global warming.
It's got a globe on it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be in the what is it where we put all the it's just gone out my head.
What?
It's because it's too hot in that house, Jack.
Yeah. The where all the national treasures go in the vault.
Oh, the vault. Yeah.
You're just like boom.
If you move a few boxes away out the vault, it's like behind. It's just behind the dial, like on the wall.
Yeah. It's as though he's going to get like a gauntlet, and then he just like moves stuff out of the way. It's just like blowing the dust off, and then changes the thermostat.
Yeah.
So can that go then, boys?
Yeah,
What
go
do you
on
reckon?
then.
Go on then.
Yeah. Into the
volcano.
volcano it goes. See you later, thermostat. Talking about camp.
See you later, mate.
So yeah, do you want me to go through
Sharpie.
a couple of ones that anybody's messaged in? I think the only thing that people have commented on, I'm about pissed. Oh, it's just my missus is the only one that's put in her own pet peeve, and it's directed directly at me.
Oh, what? You're her pet peeve?
Yeah, no, not me specifically, but it's she says my peeve this week is people who make bean toasties and don't clean up the beans after.
Oh, that's an indirect dig, that is, isn't it?
It's a direct dig. Today.
At least you admit that. She didn't say chunk.
Mate, yeah, you should have denied it for your teeth. Denied it for your teeth. Where's the evidence? Where's beans?
In my defence, today she got up and she went, I'm making myself a motherfucking cheese toastie because like we've lost our shit because we've got a 3-in-1 Breville that makes fucking waffles, it's a griddle and it's a toasty maker. So we're just like, right, just use the shit out of this. And I come down and they went, hey, what the fuck's that? And she's like, what? All that cheese that's come out the side of your... I hope you're going to clean that fucker up, mate.
That's for later. It's a little garnish for later when you come in there, come down the washing up. You're like, oh,
so at least with beans, you clean it. You can clean it up.
Just pausing you, chunk. Sharpie, if you are eating, I don't know why this surprises me. If you are eating the dregs of what's come out of people's toasties,
I'm not saying I'm doing it. I would only do it with my own toasties. But if I've made one and I'm doing the washing up there, get my hands dry, I was little just to keep me, keep on the go.
Keep me ticking over.
Why am I surprised?
It's food.
Don't waste nothing.
Waste not, want not. That's my motto.
Another one coming in is off good friend Chibs. If any listeners of the podcast regularly will know who Chibs is. He's the angry Scotsman. Like, I think we're probably going to have to
get the more Scottish he gets.
Yeah, and we're probably going to have to figure out some sort of like feature for him. Like,
he's got a lot of moans,
and he is made from girders.
But Chib says my pet peeve is cunts complaining about social distancing. Tell you what, cunt, nip up the hospital and lick some poor fucker with coronas nose clean, you stupid cunt. Like, wow.
Wow.
Well, my question is,
I can feel the Scottish.
Yeah.
Why is this corona patient? Why is his nose dirty in the first place? What's he done to it?
People with
has he been putting it in cheese dregs on toasties?
Like people with coronavirus, you can specifically only get it from their noses, nowhere else.
That's another symptom they don't tell you about. It makes your nose a bit dirty.
Yeah.
Chibs has also put in his comment, I didn't use enough cunt there because I think he used it like 3 times.
I think he's used it plenty.
But I do. I think I could agree with that. Like, I think there's no need to discuss that. Like,
no, very true.
It's not hard. Just do it. Just
get on with it.
It is what it is.
Everyone moans that they hate people like all the time, don't they? They're like, oh, fucking sick of talking to them. Fucking hate seeing them. Like, you don't have to now. It's illegal to see them.
But it's always what people can't have that they want, innit? It's like, I fucking hate that person. He's a knob. Right, you're not allowed to go see him. Oh, but I want to see him. It's my mate. Like,
I miss him dearly.
To be fair, I'm sort of 6 and 2 threes really. I'm kind of see it as a bit of a welcome break because for ages I've been really busy and I've just been begging for a weekend to do nothing, and now they're like, right, you're not doing anything, you're staying at home, and I'm like, oh well, I want to go out and do stuff. I want to be busy.
I've got so much energy for activities now.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, we can send that, can't we? People moaning about social distancing.
Easy, yeah, chuck it.
Waste of breath, isn't it?
See you later, mate. And going back to the people who don't clean beans up, I'm happy to send them. We don't want them in Utopia, do we?
No, bin them as well.
I mean, in an ideal world, I'll have like some sort of funnel underneath every Breville that collects it for Sharpie.
Yeah.
Just comes along with a jug, puts it underneath like a beer tap, and just goes, oh.
Living my best life.
Breville remnants.
That's it.
So people
living your Breville life.
People who don't clean up their beans. See you later, mate.
That's why I'm here, to eat them.
Right, Sharpies, I believe you've got a peeve?
Yes, I've got a peeve. Well, it was funny, actually, when you first said, right, got to think of a pet peeve, and I was thinking for ages going, what really am I passionate about not liking? And everything I come up with, I'm at the forefront centre of doing that action. So I'm going to have to flip it on its head and do a self-peeve, because it's still something that really passionately pisses me off. Yeah, I do it to everyone, and I can't stop. Which is stealing people's food. Right? I do it, and I hate it so much because it's like, I'm that passionate about my food anyway. And
Sharpie doesn't share food.
No, I don't share food, and I like to take your food if it's unattended as well. So you got to be careful.
You are the worst kind of person.
I can't stop myself doing it. Like if it's there, I'm thinking I'm hungry. It's the survival of the fittest. You know, if you wanted to, you wanted some nice penguin biscuits, you should have had them when you'd bought them. But unfortunately,
so everybody that's eating something has got to eat it in one go, else they'll not get it.
Well, anybody that has any relationship with me should probably know that.
It's got to be. It's got to be consumed as soon as it was purchased.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, Sharpie, I'm sort of, like in my own kind of selfish way. I'm sort of with you there. It is especially in this day and age. It's survival of the fittest, mate. And if you don't eat it, it ain't my problem.
Especially now, yeah. Well, that's it. Well, it even got to the point where I've opened the fridge and been like, if I eat that, it's going to really piss that person off a lot. And then I found myself, I've already done it. It's like the big button you shouldn't press, and I keep pressing it. I don't, even you know, Trent, the times, you know, I've eaten your lemon curd and whatnot, bought you another one back, and I've already pressed that red button again because it's there beating its all glory.
Just for the viewers, even though I think a majority of the viewers will know this story, but it's a fucking cracking story. Yep. I didn't enjoy it at the time, but I'm going to tell it. So, basically, As Good As lived at my house for a few years back, and I bought myself some lemon curd. It was one of those items where you go, you know what, I just fancy this. And I went to the shop.
And you was right, I did.
Yeah. No, fuck you. So yeah, I got myself lemon curd. I had some lemon curd on toast for my supper or tea or whatever that night. And I went to bed, went to work the next day. I was on my way home and I was like, mate, I have got some lemon curd at home. I'm having some more lemon curd. I'm living the lemon curd life. I'm living the dream, right? I get home and there's literally probably, I don't know, 5 millimeters from the bottom of the jar left. And I'm like, where's all this gone? I asked Sharpie. He's like, well, I ain't had none. And then when I finally coaxed it out of him, he was like, well, I've left some in there so you didn't notice. I was like, you've had a whole fucking jar. I was like, what did you even have it with? What did you even have it with? And he goes,
a spoon.
He goes, well, just with the spoon. I was like, no, I meant what food?
I like the way, just to point out as well, Sharpie is, bless his heart, he's listening now and he's laughing about it because it's a funny story. But I can guarantee, mate, in your head, you're thinking, I still ain't got the problem.
No, I've got to the point now. I realise it's a problem, but I also realise it's a problem I can't do anything about.
Like some sort of crack addict.
Yeah, you're just like, I can't do it. I can't stop myself, man.
Honestly, it's like, I don't know. Probably the adrenaline buzz will get off it. I don't know, eating lemon curd.
And the best thing is, on the topper of that story, is the fact that he went, I'll get you some more lemon curd. I was like, well, you're fucking going to the shop now. You lemon curd stealing bastard. Go on, get yourself off. And he come back with half a jar of lemon curd because he'd ate half of it on the way back. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Apparently, Bryn's just come in here. Someone's just commented. It's Chibs. He says, what about the toothpaste? And yeah, Sharpie also. He went for a little while where he didn't have much money. And I was like, well, what have you been eating? He's like, well, this tube of toothpaste. I'm like, you can't eat that, you fucking idiot. It's lemon curd.
It's minty.
But anyway, I want to send people who steal food into Utopia.
Yeah.
I also need to
into the volcano.
All right, get it sent. But I need to get some help, or some pissed off people.
We need like
we are with you, Sharpie, but you need to admit you've got a problem and start going to an anonymous group.
I can't. COVID's happening. Can't.
I must admit, this is obviously sparked up a lot of drama, and the chat's gone fucking mental. Johnny Noden said, "RP." Tay has put, he also ate all my egg custard, so there's obviously a lot of bitterness still being held there.
Just remembered that. That's been remembered as.
I can't remember the egg custards.
Matty Paul has said, can we acknowledge that the twat is diabetic? And follow that up with, because lemon curd is full of fucking sugar.
Yeah, I'm not sure how.
I don't know if there is. You know, like, have you got any evidence of the sugar in lemon curd? No, you don't.
It's lemons. No, it's not sugar.
Lemons and curd.
Lemons and curd.
Lemons and curd. Free the lemon curveball. That's it.
And then Ames has also put, and that whole can of cupcake topper. And I can remember, actually,
nice.
you know, Jack, you know them tubs of Betty Crocker,
like the
pre-made icing. Yeah, he ate a whole one of them and put it back, so as if we wouldn't notice.
Yeah, well, my logic in that situation.
With this.
Go on, Jack.
Go on. As I say, my logic in that situation is though, because you can't see how much is in the can, and as I put it back, it didn't look any different. And then as I close the door and the thought leaves my brain, then it doesn't exist anymore. That is my thought process in all its twisted wisdom.
Yeah. Right. So I've got many issues with this. One, like, you're diabetic and you've just eaten what is literally a jar of sugar.
No, that was a long time ago. That wasn't now. So
you were still diabetic.
Well, yeah, but it's in the past, isn't it?
They're past calories. They don't count. Second. What? Why did you put it back?
Because then I thought if anyone else sees it, they might not pick it up and look at it and go, "Oh, it's still there." That's it.
Yeah, but then eventually someone's gonna. It's not gonna
yeah, but it was a problem that I thought I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But then I didn't even think about the bridge being there. To be fair,
I must
fair play for trying. I mean, you put in a solid attempt there.
I must admit the most frustrating part is the fact that he puts it back and doesn't just go, "I've ate all that, by the way."
Yeah.
The most frustrating part is doing it. The most frustrating part of doing it is doing it and knowing it is completely the wrong thing to do. The red flags and the voices in my head, not all, just his conscience. I've not got weird voices going on. But that will be in the back of your head going, this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this, should you? Just go shop, get some. But then it's, from my head, this is what all the right thoughts are. Where my heart lies is with the lemon curd, so it's the battle between the two. But it is a struggle. It is a struggle.
And on that note, is it in or out, boys? Chris, in or out?
Yeah, send it.
Send it. I'll work on my issues.
We'll open Food Stealers Anonymous.
Sounds
at least that's trying.
Need a specific food bank charity just for me with like lemon curd and bits, just to keep me
people just
away from other
any
people's
of their
food.
Waste.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's send it, boys.
Send it.
See you later, mate.
Later, mate.
Okie dokie. Well, that is our normal peeves. Is there anybody coming on the comments? No, just a lot of hate for shop. Just a lot of hate. So Matt's retorted with a 15-gram tablespoon of lemon curd contains 9 grams of fucking sugar.
See, I knew that, Matt, but you've just pointlessly Googled that now. You'll never get back your life, unfortunately.
Bucky, your old housemate, has also put, what about a full tin of sweets belonging to my 2-year-old daughter? Now, mate, that is low.
I didn't eat a full tin of sweets.
Oh, did you leave one in the bottom and be like, oh, they'll never know?
No, it's just a few off the top.
Just a few off the top.
So now then, we've got probably the only feature that will work really on the live stream. It's time for top 11. Bryn is going to cue up the theme tune. Are you about ready, Bryn? You should give me a thumbs up. Bryn, take it away.
It's time for top 11. Is it higher or lower? It's time for top 11. Is it a bow or a shower? It's time for top 11. You think you're in the know? It's time for top 11. Let's go. Yeah.
We've not got long left, Jack, to be fair. Don't matter. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. That was top 11.
The joys of being
Too busy talking to producer Bryn there and being like, so what are you having for your tea, mate?
Fish and chips.
He's just coming in here. Fish and chips. Right, so it is time for top 11. I hope you all joined in with the theme tune. It even had the lyrics on the screen. Right, so what we're doing, the options are in this little tub here. I'll pull them out in a second. But we are doing. Can you all let us know if the audio is okay on the three-way screen and whatnot? Yeah. So what we're going for, boys, on this top 11, it's not quite as sassy without the sound beds, I find, Jack, is it?
No, it's a bit weird.
Yeah. We're going for.
If I'm completely
UK...
honest. Just quick, I'm just imagining the theme tune in my head. All I can hear is.
So yeah, we're doing the UK top fast food outlets. I won't tell what it is. Usually, what the list is from, so that people don't Google it. But we usually say don't play at home, don't we? So if you want to play at home, and then we'll find you.
If you be cheating, we'll know about it. We're watching you.
Right, so the first one up, which is our first one to go for, Jack, is... Yes. Can you see that?
Is that say Five Guys?
Five Guys.
Right, so Five Guys is what? What's that? Somewhere in the list?
Yeah. Right, so that's our starting point. So, obviously, Sharpie, you out of this? For the viewers at home, probably should talk about that. So, it's basically higher or lower. There's a top 11 list of something, and the boys each get a turn at guessing whether it's higher or lower. If they get it wrong, the other person gets to decide whether it's in or out, and they get the point. If they get it right, they get the point and get to decide whether it's in or out. So, Jack, next one up, higher or lower than Five Guys?
Hit me.
Wimpy.
This is American then?
No, it is English. There is Wimpies in England.
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So Wimpy higher or lower than Five Guys?
Yeah,
I would say depends if it's British or American though, doesn't it?
This is British. This is definitely a British list.
A British thing. I'd say Wimpy's lower.
Wimpy's lower. Locking it in.
Yeah, lock it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct. So is Wimpy in or out?
I've never tried it, so in. I'll give it a go.
All right, mate. Then, right, we'll give it another shuffle in the bowl.
I see.
Yes.
Clever. If only we were smart enough to make that link properly and be like, right, this is the way it's going. Right.
Oh, yeah. We just thought we've done that and no one can hear Bryn. Bryn said Sharpie should win this because it's about food.
Again, so professional.
Yeah.
Papa T, if you're listening, hope you're proud.
Oh, jeez.
So KFC then, Sharpston. Higher or lower than Wimpy?
Oh, I'm going to say higher. Everyone does love a good KFC, don't they?
Lock it in.
Lock it in. It's got to be higher.
You are correct.
Ooh.
Hey.
Lovely.
So is that in or out then, bro?
Oh, I've got to leave it in. It's got to be in the Utopia, hasn't it?
Good.
I think I'd get lynched if...
It's fucking finger-licking good. Finger-licking good. Right, next one then, Jack.
What we got?
Ooh. Can you see that?
McDonald's. Whee! I'm not even a big fan of McDonald's massively, and when I found out they were closing, I was like, I've got to have a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right this second.
Yes.
One what you can't have, can't you?
Ooh, then KFC though, because they're big competitors, aren't they? It's got to be higher, surely. There's like 5 million McDonald's in the world.
Yeah, you reckon higher or lower then?
If it's lower, I'm going to kick off.
Locking it in.
Yeah.
It's higher. The point is yours. In or out?
In all day. I'm off.
I don't think there's going to be many on this list that aren't in. But
no, I'm not going to go about 20
Good point.
You're stupid.
Right then, Sharpie, it's your go.
Go on.
Next one up. Ooh.
What we
See
got?
that?
Oh, Subway. Oh, I do love a Subway. Love a Subway. But I can't see it being higher than McDonald's. I think it's a little bit more expensive than McDonald's. And I think popularity-wise, McDonald's going to have it in it. So I would say Subway is lower than McDonald's.
Locking it in.
Locked.
Correct. You guys are killing it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
In or out then with Subway, bro?
In, because I do Subway, even though it's fast food, it's a little bit more posh than Mackey's, so I do feel a little bit more like,
I would
treat
say of
yourself.
all of the fast food,
Yeah.
of all of the fast food outlets, that's the one where you feel like you're actually eating real food.
If you get a Mackey's, it's like, should we get a Mackey's? Yeah, get a Mackey's. Subway, it's like, I'm going to treat myself to a Subway, and you go there, you know, you can have all you. I always find with Subway, it's like you only stand there and you're choosing. Do you ever find that they rush you though?
Yeah.
You're like,
You're
hang on,
there,
I want to
what
take
do you
my time
want?
here. I
I'm
want to
like,
peruse the menu.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I want yet. I've just come to your lovely shop and I'm browsing. And you're there trying to fucking tell me to get a sandwich and fuck off. Like,
I really like the idea of going to Subway and then just getting them to choose and then just giving them the sandwich afterwards. Be like, enjoy your lunch break.
yeah,
Yeah. Fuck off. I'm gonna do it now.
love it.
Hold on, we got word coming in from producer Bryn to look at the comments. Peter, see our boy. He's just hitting us with a hard fact of the 37,855 Mackies in the world. Thank you, Pete.
Wow.
back to us in the studio. Thanks, Bryn. Right, so where was we at? Subway, in or out? Yeah, in.
I do love me a Subway. Yeah, in.
Yeah, mad sick.
Right, it's all food. They're all gonna be in.
Jackson. It's what I thought was dead until I saw this list. It's Chicken Cottage.
Oh my god!
What? That is. Oh yes.
It just trumped me last statement. Then
that is a who, isn't it? Who? Hashtag Scott Mills.
Is it higher or lower than Papa John's?
Than Papa John's.
I don't know why I said Papa John's. Sorry, ignore me. That is on the list. I just read the first thing I saw on the list, apparently.
Nice.
Is that higher or lower than Subway?
It's got to be lower, surely. Subway's a much bigger brand than Chicken Cottage. It is very good, though. I wouldn't bash it, but I don't think it's as good as Subway.
It's an after drink.
I don't think the peoples will think it's as good as Subway.
No? Are you locking that in as lower, you said, yeah?
Chicken Cottage is lower than Subway.
Correct.
Smash it.
Good.
Oh, now it gets hard, doesn't it?
In or out for Chicken Cottage?
In all day. Their chicken mayos are so much better than Mackey's.
Right then, next one.
Here we go.
Sharpston.
You're up.
To maintain the draw, it's big leagues, boy. Burger King.
Higher. Every day higher.
Higher. Locking it in.
Lock that in. I love Burger King.
Correct.
Burger King's expensive, but it's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. It is something special. It's probably similar to Subway in that way. It's a little bit posh, isn't it? A little bit more expensive.
I want myself some prime beef.
That's it.
Yeah.
Some prime Whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in or out?
Yeah,
In,
I'd say in.
Yeah.
It's got to be in.
All day.
Yeah.
I like the way so far we've all got this correct, and all of them have been in.
Yeah.
And getting rid of no fast food joints.
We like our eating establishments,
Right.
don't we?
Yeah.
Jack.
Right, what am I on? Domino's.
Domino's.
Oh, the food that keeps Chunk alive.
Of course, it's through my veins.
Yeah, and what's that? Oh, it's Burger King.
Yeah, higher or lower than Burger King?
See, I'm not a massive fan of Domino's because the flour makes me really thirsty.
Semolina, actually.
Yeah, but I do really like it when I do have it. Obviously with the stuffed crust. What are you saying? Actually, Meteor's my new favourite.
It's a bit naughty, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, Domino's, black card. What are you saying? Because obviously Domino's are going to watch this. But literally, Mr. Domino's like, oh, I'm going to give that bloke a black card. He needs one. I would say higher.
Higher.
Give me a black.
What was the last one? Chicken Cottage.
Yeah.
No, Burger King. Right?
Burger King. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like, what's going on? Is this real life?
I disagree with that Jack's answer. To be.
You reckon it's higher or lower?
I reckon it's lower.
You reckon it's lower than Burger King? Bryn, shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah. Shut up.
Yes, Tim.
Higher.
Yes, Tim. I said, what did I say? Higher than Burger King. Go on.
Higher. Correct.
Oh, yes. I would not have thought that.
Domino's is very
in or out. In or out.
Students, isn't it? In. Yeah, I'd vote it in.
Yeah, very expensive, though, isn't it?
Let me just check my score sheet. So that puts Jack at 4-3. So Sharpstone. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one, boy. Papa John's.
Oh God! Now, Papa John's is nice, and it's a little bit cheaper than Domino's.
It's the Subway of the pizza world, though.
I'm a massive fan of the Papa John's. Not necessarily. If I could have Domino's pizza, but with Papa John's special garlic sauce, match made in heaven.
I think it's going to go on more of a popularity contest for this. I'm going to say it's lower than Domino's, just because I think more recognised,
more popular.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, locking that in then as lower than Domino's. Are you sure?
I'm going to lock it in.
I'd agree with you.
You are correct. Nailed this one. Is that in or out then? Papa John's in or out?
Shop is like, my heart's going.
It's like he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It's a food establishment, so it's got to be in, hasn't it?
Okay, it's in. There's a lot of ticks on this sheet in a minute. Right, last two. I don't know why I'm mixing them up. There's two of them. Hey, Nando's, give me chicken.
Cheeky.
No, mate. Lower.
I'm saying that. Jack's not cheeky enough.
Lower?
Nando's
is shit.
Nando's is shit. So you think it's lower than Papa John's?
Right, okay. I'm going to change my answer before I lock it in. But I want the public to know. This is a public service announcement. Nando's is wank. Go to KFC.
Oh, mate.
Punish. It's good because you're having a cheeky Nando's. No, you're not. You're just a dickhead.
Can you just let me be happy? Fucking hell.
You, Sharper, you do you, man. I mean, everybody, you do you. But just stop.
It's Nando's classed as a fast food out there.
Yeah, because
it's a normal wine and dine restaurant. It's cheap.
I don't know.
I think you're cheap, mate. It's not a winey diny restaurant. Somewhere like Prezzo's, or maybe you could get away with that.
It's
a Nando's on a date. No, mate.
Same, but different, isn't it?
You want to show the ladies a good time?
Yeah, right. I'm speaking
for
here.
Half price.
Again, public service announcement. If you're a woman and you're going on a Tinder date or a normal date or any kind of date with a man, and he says, yeah, we're going to go on a date, fam. We're going to go on Nando's. I'm going to treat you right, girl. He isn't calling He is never going to call you again.
Is that specifically if you live in East London? Is that just the Nando's in East London?
Yeah, just specifically the East London Nando's.
Right. Let's calm it down, boys. Right? Because there's a lot of passion here. Nando's, higher or lower than, what was the last one we did? Papa John's?
Papa John's. I'm going to say higher because a lot of dickheads like it. But personally, lock it in.
Go on.
The list. And then when I'm right, I'll chuck it. There we go. Correct. Right. Out. Get Nando's fucked up.
Mate.
Big.
First one.
We'll have to start going Prezos instead.
Yeah.
Right.
Go real fancy on that shit. Try Zzz's garlic bread and then tell me that you've lived.
Right, Sharpie, you need this for the draw, mate. If you get this wrong, Jack has won the game. All right, last one.
Pull myself up.
There we go.
See that?
Greg's.
Lower than Nando's, mate.
Genuine is tough. Greg's is big. Festive bakes. What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Oh, mate, don't. Why do this to me on my first episode? You give me such passionate subject for top 11. You're going to end up in tears by the end of it. I would say Greg's is lower than Nando's.
You sure?
No, that's what this game's about.
Are you listening to my voice, Sharpie?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Greg's.
You sure? You sure
No,
you don't want to say? You
Change
sure you
it
don't want to
higher.
say that it's
Higher.
higher?
Higher. I'm saying higher.
Are you locking it in as higher?
Yeah.
It's lower.
Yes.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not. Actually, I'm joking. Look at Jack's face.
What are you saying?
That was literally that Jack's face was that I've just missed out on an Oscar. It was.
No, right. Quit.
That's your point, guys.
Greg,
I'm back. I've stopped sulking.
No, I can't go without Greg's, man. That's like going without my left arm.
Right. Maybe a bit of controversy because it's my choice to decide whether the first one is in or out, and that was Five Guys. I want to fuck it off.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I think it's overrated.
And I was like, I don't really fancy much. I just have some fries, and it cost me like £7.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
The only thing that was good about Five Guys is their drinks machine. So you know when you can do like all the different like flavors and like vanilla Coke and like vanilla Diet Coke.
I went a lot of places.
Yeah, I suppose that they were uni and went to Five Guys and they had one of those, and I'd not seen many of them at the time. But nowadays, you know, you go to like Woodcocks and they've got one there. So to be fair, there ain't got much going for them anymore. I personally think. Me and
Amy had one. My other half, we had one in London, I think it was, when we went over there, and I thought like it was basically just like Burger King but bad and with worse service. What
it reminds me of is if, you know, when you was younger and you were like, Mom, can we have McDonald's, can we have a Burger King? And she'd be like, no, we'll just make one at home.
This is the Chop Guys, so the fast food industry.
Yeah, the Chop Guys for the food industry.
Five Guys is Burger King, but just run by mums.
Yeah. It's
the same look. There you go.
When mums used to always go like, oh, well, I'm going to get a pizza or a Domino's or get a pizza delivered. Oh, there's a frozen one in the freezer. It's just the same, and it costs far less. Yeah, it costs far less because it's shit, Mum.
Actually, this is a big point because I've said like, if it can be any food thing related, we keep them in. But that's actually pissed me off now because it's like taking the excitement of like your childhood of we can get a McDonald's or a Burger King because we're going, we love that sort of fast food. But then Five Guys that excitement and takes all the soul out of the food. Gives you a hamburger and says that's twice as expensive.
Yeah, it's like when they're charging
£1,900, please.
Yeah, when they're charging like over a fiver for thrice cooked chips, we'll just cook them the once and it'll cost less, won't it? Do you know what I mean?
You're not spending so much money on electric, you cunts.
But I want to say, for me to say no to Five Guys.
Yeah, I think I've got a new vendetta against it now, actually. It's...
Right then. Just to run over the list before we go into the tiebreaker, boys. It is at 11, it was Wimpy. At 10, it was Chicken Cottage. At 9, it was Papa John's. 8, it was Subway. 7, it was King. 6 was KFC. 5 was Domino's. 4 was Five Guys. 3 was Nando's. 2 was Greg's. And at number 1, it was... Ronald McDonald himself, the cheeky little clown.
cheeky chap.
Cheeky little clown.
That bloody hamburglar. that bloody hamburger. Right, so tiebreaker then, boys, for the win. Right, I don't know how we're going to do it. We usually write it down, but we'll just have to go one at a time. To the nearest million, how many meals are served on average in McDonald's in the UK per day? Jack, what are you saying?
Just repeat the question, please. So how many?
To the nearest million,
Yeah.
how many meals are served in McDonald's in the UK per day? Average.
I'm going to say 30 million.
30 million. Chris, what are you saying?
I'm going to say 3 million.
The winner of this episode 11 is debuting. It's Mr. Chris Yard. He's took it.
Bloody hell.
Yes. The answer is 3.5 million. He was only 0.5 million away.
I did used to work at Mackey's though.
Yeah.
To be fair,
To be fair.
He knows his facts.
I'll give you a virtual handshake there, mate.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I did have to learn for my interview for Mackey's. I learned loads of little facts like that. Things that stick in your head.
Right. Sweet. So that was top 11.
Just as an interruption, John, and apologies to the viewers, but this is live and I am desperate for a wee. Can you please bear with me for 10 seconds?
We'll go to the Be Right Back scream. We'll be back in 5 minutes so Jack can go for a slash. For all of you eager to
see you soon.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project. Jack has emptied his bladder. Are you feeling better, Jack?
Oh, beautiful. And that also means more room for whiskey.
I'm joining you too. Everyone can probably hear by my slurred speech. Tell us in the comments, any of you having a drink? Our stepmom, Angie Thorne, she's commented, Jack, that one's serving ice creams in the intermission. So maybe when we go live again, what we can do is try and organise an ice cream van to go around and drop everybody some ice cream.
You know, it'll be really good once we get
the intermission might be considerably longer than 30 seconds, but I mean, I'm sure we can try that.
Once technology gets really good, we should do what they do in Woodall Spa. So we'll go an intermission and we'll somehow get a piano man to pop out your floor like midway through, just for 5 minutes. Be entertained.
Yeah, that's only on certain matinees and Saturdays, though.
Yeah. When the organist is available.
Big up Kinema in the Woods.
If anybody, whoever is listening, we've got about 12 viewers, 13 viewers, something like that. Drop us a wave, drop us an emoji or whatnot. We will need you to get locked in for the Dome, which is coming up after this. This would be a lot nicer part of the show if we had the sound bed that we usually do. So just imagine a really nice uplifting song for this. But this is the part of the show that we do every time, where we, not every time, but most of the time, we do a positive story. And Jack's found a lovely one. It is regarding the virus, I think, Jack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just something to take it and know that there is some good in the world. Do you want to take it away, Jack?
Yeah, by all means.
Then, mate.
So, excuse me, clear my throat there. So, a humbled and emotional paramedic has thanked a stranger who paid for his shopping and customers who applauded him at the supermarket. People queuing outside the Lidl in Cromer made way for David Tillier. Night shift with applause and thank yous. He said a woman who ran up to him and swiped her card as he went to pay told him, "There's not much you can do to stop me." His thank you on Facebook has been shared 78,000 times. "I'm humbled and a bit emotional," wrote Mr. Tyler, who works for the East of England Ambulance Service. He said thank you that did that, and thank you to all the shoppers that made him feel special after a tough run of shifts. Speaking to the BBC, he said he had just finished a 12-hour shift and was about to join the queue when waiting for Lidl to open, when a young couple in front of him let him go ahead. About 2/3 of the way through the queue, someone said, "Let's give him a round of applause," and people started calling, "Thank you." Mr. Tillier said that it was really heartwarming. It was really heartwarming to know that people out there really respect what we do, and are grateful to everyone in the front line of the NHS for what they're doing at the moment. When we get these acts of kindness, and recently there have been so many, it really makes us feel appreciated. EEAS said, "Our staff and volunteers are working around the clock to ensure that the public are safe and cared for. So it's particularly heartwarming to see that this widespread recognition of our collective efforts." That's it on the story front. I mean, it's just a uplifting story about I think as far as I'm aware, a paramedic that's obviously trying to do his bit and be a normal guy on sort of Civvy Street, so to speak. And it's round of applause to all of them. As well with that, special mention, specifically, apologies if we forget anyone, but just that we've thought of Shelley Chalmers, Debbie Ball, relations of mine in Chunks, Louise Southgate, another relation of Chunks, Teresa Tanya, relations of producer Bryn. They're all sort of nurses on the front line dealing with that sort of thing every single day. We speak to them, we know how hard it is. I don't think we really know how hard it is unless we're doing their jobs. So massive respect to all of them for it. Dr. Hurtwey, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but that's people like him and all the people that are like him that are working on the NHS and people with like long-term conditions. Glorious producer Bryn, keeping him alive through all these difficult days we're having. I believe Sharpie's got one as well that he'd like to mention.
Yeah, so for everybody that's working in the job that I work in, I've been actually quarantined because we was in contact with someone with the virus, so I've not been at work whilst we went into lockdown. However, everybody else that I work with works in a lot rehabilitation, working with vulnerable adults, doing a fantastic job doing that, especially with the added difficulties that the virus is in place, especially working in a complicated sort of job like that. It can become very difficult, and I know everybody's doing the best they can to keep everything flowing. So big shout out to everyone at HealthLink House and Elysium Healthcare and everybody that works in that industry.
As well as everybody that obviously we've sort of aforementioned, I think all of us at the Utopia Project would like to just thank and praise everybody that is still working regardless of how you're doing that, and just sort of keeping the country going, specifically like we say the NHS people and stuff like that, but everybody going, like truck drivers and line painters and supermarket especially, really, because as far as I'm aware they've had loads of abuse and stuff which shouldn't be happening really.
And for Chibs and Bucky who are listening, prison officers, we're not forgetting them. Definitely. Chibs, we don't want to dare forget them, because Chibs will have your throat for it.
Yeah, especially. So thank you for people like to keeping us safe, and the police and everybody else that's all working around the clock to basically make sure the world doesn't descend into fucking chaos.
Definitely. It's like the hidden heroes are becoming not so hidden anymore, which is quite a heartwarming thing to see.
Yeah. Definitely. Obviously I had a bit of a joke there about Chibs and Bucky being prison officers and that, but the jobs that everybody's doing, key workers, people who are classed as non-skilled in some cases, they're keeping this country going. It is phenomenal. And there's someone who's just like
it's now them people that the country are literally relying on.
And for myself, as like a measly tattoo artist in the grand scheme of things, you know what I mean? It's awestrucking, is that the word to say? Like, I
don't even know.
People are doing a great job.
Inspiring.
And just as I said as well, the police, obviously they're doing a fantastic job. I know there's not masses of listeners, we're not massive influencers, but you got to say it, exactly. But one set of people, that I would like to thank. They're not key workers, they're not necessarily keeping the country going as such. I mean, I've created a little group that's like lockdown live streams. Go check it out if you haven't already. But there's a lot of people on there. An old friend of mine, Jason, and a lad called Jimmy. Like they've been doing like daily live streams and stuff. And for just me, like seeing them, having them, and having just something to now has been really good. So like, don't stop doing what you're doing. Like keep it going, and hopefully this stream has added a bit of fun for somebody's Friday night. Might try and do it a bit more regular or whatnot. Maybe make it into a Friday night drink party or something.
The one thing I have enjoyed with all of this, not that sort of the coronavirus is a good thing, but you've got to try and look at the positives, haven't you? Is the amount of, as much as there's that much doom and gloom and horrible shit coming out in the world, I keep trying to look at all the positive stuff for my own mental health more than anything, because it just gets you down otherwise, doesn't it? But like, not that we need to, and like you've said, Chunk, not that we're influencers or anything, but as a personal thing, shout out to all the people that are just generally doing good stuff in the world. I read a story about one bloke dressing up as like Disney characters and stuff and going to visit all the kids and seeing them outside the house. That's fucking awesome. Keep doing it. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I believe there's a guy who's going around your village and dressed as like Spider-Man or something today.
Like, he's been around this estate. Then loads of the kids for all the windows. Brilliant. I mean, whatever you can do, be it helping vulnerable people, your friends, family, anyone, or like I say, just making someone smile. It's literally as simple as that.
We're all relying on each other now, aren't we?
Yeah.
It is great seeing like the British Blitz spirit come through. Like knuckle down, and there is a lot of shit. A lot of shit going on, and like for someone myself, I don't suffer from any mental health issues, but I found it hard. I found it really like mentally hard. So like if anybody is out there that's struggling with mental health issues, hang on in there, like, and talk to people. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
Just to lighten the mood slightly before we go into the last Thunderdome, popped himself up on the chat first. Where you been? Where you been, Dad? Where you been? You've waited all this time to fucking chat, eh?
No, Chum,
it's a
shambles of a show, mate. It's a shambles of a show. He'll only check in at the end and be like, I watched it all, yeah.
Yeah, he probably started for the first 30 seconds and went, it's a load of fucking shit.
I am a shambles.
I'm going to go watch reruns of fucking Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
But what he has said is big shout out to all the out of work shoplifters, because they'll be struggling now.
Yeah, they will, to be fair.
Yeah. So yeah, bless them. Yeah, Mama T is put cleaners as well. Yeah. And a big shout out to people like my mum who can't help but go and do stuff and has been told to stay at home, and she's actually listened to me and you, Jack, and stayed at fucking home when she's high risk. So fucking stay at home.
Yeah.
All right. We're looking at you, Mum. All right, and the rest of you. All right. Like Taya's kicked off. Teachers, you're all at home.
Yeah, I don't know why teachers are whinging. It's just a free holiday, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, she'll be triggered. I can hear her like pulsating. Her
comment section just caught fire.
She's gonna burst through your door any minute, Chunk.
You fucking what, mate? Don't hit me.
Now, quickly, just before moving on.
Yeah, but teachers are definitely doing a good job. What are you saying, Shop?
So just before moving on, I just want to reiterate as well, like when I said earlier about everybody's leaning on everyone, like the key workers are doing fantastic afloat, but at the end of the day, it's still all of our responsibility to help each other's mental state out, because it does get difficult being in sort of this sort of confinement, and it does feel it's hard. Like it's something that none of us have ever experienced before in our generation, and whether or not physically we're safe as well, sort of with the technology we've got, being able to do stuff like this and be able to talk and video chat, friends and family, keep your spirits high, and we'll all come out the other end.
Yeah,
would be my advice.
Yeah,
agree with that. That's good.
Hold on. Papa T's also said, massive shout out as loud as you can to my deaf next door neighbour. Hello, neighbour.
Hello, neighbour.
Hello, neighbour.
I did notice before the apocalypse when we was over there, and I literally walked out the front of Dad's house and was like, I could hear the telly from next door. I was like, "It's not next door," and he was like, "Yeah, he's fucking deaf." I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
If he's deaf, why does he need the sound on at all?
Yeah, just put subtitles on, mate.
Sharing it for the rest of the street.
Anyway, for the last section of this show, I think we're all done with the massive shout outs and whatnot.
We have overrun massively, so let's try and wrap it up. People are bored.
Yeah, well, we've still got 12 viewers. I mean, I've got it set up on 11 platforms. So.
And I've got one, so.
Right, so we're going into the Thunderdome. This is the bit in the normal show. If you a good chance to say, if you haven't listened to the show, plenty of the videos are on YouTube and Facebook, but we're on Spotify, Podbean, and all that. Go back and listen. It's a laugh. Probably don't listen to the pilot because that's a shambles, but definitely listen to the rest.
If anyone's got anything to do, might as well sit and listen to it.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, you probably sat there talking enough shit to your partner. Give them a break and listen to us talk shit. Like,
exactly.
But this is the part of the show where it gets all tense and it's like boom, 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 boom.
Feel it in the air.
Boom, boom. Yes.
Yeah, etc. And what we do is we have a category and we pit Sorry, I'll start that again. That was shit. I give the boys a category. They bring a character or celebrity from that category, and we put them against each other. One will become out of the winner and will be part of the Utopia Project, and the other is casting the volcano to be lost forever. It's a bit of a top trumps thing because bit of a top trumps style affair, because whoever is thrown into the volcano, cannot be brought back. So, Jack,
Yes.
do you want to tell everybody what theme we're going for?
We are going for post-apocalyptic characters.
Yes, because we are in the midst of the apocalypse.
Yes.
So, who wants to go first?
I'm easy. I don't mind.
Right? Because for the listeners, what we'll do is comment. I don't know. Should we do? Yeah, comment on who you think should win once we've got the 2 nominations in. We might talk about it for a little while, but let us know. And we'll go with the public one, i.e., a couple of family members that are listening.
Sounds like a plan.
So, who wants to go first?
What are you saying, Sharpie? You're the new guy.
Oh yeah, you're the OG though, aren't you? Go on, you go first, Jack.
Cool.
Show 'em how it's supposed to be done, Jack.
So, cool.
Hold on a second, Jack. Apparently, we've been told audios. You're right.
Sorry.
Go for it again, Jack.
From the top. The joys of this
top.
time.
Can we confirm the sound is back, people?
Sounds back. Right.
Okay. Producer Bryn, we're fucking shit up again.
Yeah. To be fair to producer Bryn in our ears, sterling job so far, sir.
Yeah.
This has gone surprisingly well for a first episode. Anyway, he's got mad sick dreadlocks. He's got a sword that's hidden inside a cane. Reference the action there. His best mate / guard has a massive axe, which is cool. And I'm not talking about his chopper either. He went from a zookeeper to a king throughout the apocalypse. He has a very appropriate catchphrase, especially in this day and age, which is, "And yet I smile."
Ooh.
You could say that he is the Joe Exotic of the apocalypse world.
He is.
He is the OG Tiger King. It is the one and only Carol Baskin. No, I do apologise. King Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Carol Baskin.
Fuck you, Carol Baskin.
I blame Carol Baskin.
Oh, jeez.
It's King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead. It's got to be. He's got Shiva. Shiva is pet beside him on a big old chain. Who the fuck in an apocalypse doesn't want a sword and a fucking great tiger?
Oh, yes. I'm down.
Sharp. Good point.
I'm going to tell you now, for me, a lot of work to do.
I've got my points.
You haven't made any notes. Like the preparation for his first ever show, I said, "Do you want to make some notes?" Nah, it'll just distract me, is what he said. What, from having cold hard facts in front of you?
Hard facts. I've got cold hard feels. All the feels.
Cold hard feels.
There's nothing in my head. It's all in my heart.
Speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
All you've got is cold wobbly lemon curd. That's all you fucking got.
Oh, I don't have it anymore. I ate it. Right.
Sharpie, what are you saying?
What am I saying? Right. So the guy that I've picked, very, very unhealthy obsession for Twinkies in this post-apocalyptic world. He is what I would say out of the group of people in the film, but holds the group together and keeps everybody from just sort of breaking down. And I think within the midst of everything with the COVID that's going on at the moment, it was nice to see a character that, even though he had his own hardships, like, you know, he lost his kid through the apocalypse, he still managed to keep going and like have a humorous side to it and keep everybody strong through it, which is the ode Tallahassee from Zombieland, played by Woody Harrelson. And I think it's just the way his attitude is. It's just, you know, keeping everybody up. He is the peanut butter to butter and jam sandwich, holding everyone together, because it just.
I thought you was going to say he's the peanut butter to my peanut butter.
Oh, I did as well.
You've got that wrong.
To be fair, that's also made sense in my head.
What you should have said there, Sharpie, is he's the peanut butter to my jam. Like, no, he's my peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Yeah, but if you didn't have the peanut butter in the jam sandwich, it'd be a jam sandwich. It's gonna be made better by that peanut butter.
Yeah, but if you go to your partner and go, I'm a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you're peanut butter. You're a great dollop of peanut butter.
Well, somebody's got to be the peanut butter, isn't it? Right. But yeah, no, I would say.
Keep the votes coming in on the comments, guys, by the way.
Definitely for me, Tallahassee, just because of his attitude towards it all. In despair, he keeps everybody together and brings on that like father figure in the film, and has that sort of care for others, and having others lean on him, and him staying strong through his own hardships. And he likes Twinkies, and as we all know, if it's food involved, it's got my vote. So
yeah,
if we're getting real into the deep feels. King Ezekiel literally has cancer, and he's hiding that purely so that he can lead the people that need leading.
That's true.
And like we've said before, through all the hard times, and yet I smile.
But what American good snack does he like?
Twinkies.
That's not a hard fact. Okay, mine's a hard fact.
Just to take it to the comments. There's a couple, there's a couple for each of you, but Bucky's chimed in, and obviously he's going to know about this because he's a film TV guy. Go back and listen to our movie special on the podcast.
He's also in either cinema guy.
He owns the cinema.
He owns the cinema in Utopia, doesn't he?
Utopia, and he's also a co-host on episode 13. So go back and listen to that. He has put Sharpie every day. Jack's argument is for the sword and the tiger, not the man.
I've argued for the man since. I've since said about him battling cancer, putting his own hardships aside so that he can get the job done and give the people the leader that they need. And he also said like he's done that purely for them, not for himself. Like he said to Carol, "Fake it till you make it, baby." Yeah,
he did run. He did run a whole kingdom.
Precisely, and reference the comments. There are no spoilers here.
You are
unless you're on like season 6 of Walking Dead, in which case, why the fuck haven't you watched past then?
He may run a whole kingdom. He may run a whole kingdom, but I would say it's the quality of people, not the quantity. So,
precisely, and they're all still battling.
Yeah, but with old Tallahassee, I think he lost his kid. That's one of the worst things that could ever happen in life is losing your child, and not a natural thing to do. And to be able to push through that and keep the way he does, I think is he's in me out.
I've got a mild. Well, I've got a confession to make. Is the fact I've not seen Zombieland.
Right.
So I'm not qualified to make this decision, which is why it's going to go to the public. What I'm going to do is ask producer Bryn in my microphone, but I'm going to do this to say that I'm talking to producer Bryn. Are you listening, Bryn? I think he's watching Pornhub at the minute. Are you there, mate? Can you tot up all the comments for us and just one per person? Yeah, because I noticed some people are trying to sneak in with extra little votes. But while we're doing that, boys, Sharpie, tell me more about this guy because I want to understand.
Oh, Tallahassee. It was more I picked him based on in relation to somebody that you would want around in I know we're not in a post-apocalyptic state, but in relation to the virus that's been going on, the person that I think is being the most sort of selfless and trying to, I don't know, just keep spirits high like we was talking about, and to be able to sort of have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of humour, but still he doesn't sit down and worry. Oh, the camera's gone. He doesn't sit down and worry because worrying is not a productive thing. He's got his issues, but he just thinks, it's like nut up or shut up. It's like get it. Isn't going to solve anything, and he's just out there to help his own little family and anyone that he sees as somebody cares for. But for me, like I say, it's all the way. Post-apocalyptic character. I couldn't bear to throw him out.
I think the results are still coming in. Because I don't know what Bryn's doing. I think there's only about 6 comments. But
I'm going to try and find it.
All I got through there was, shut up, you can. But
it's because of all this traffic that's coming through to the 2 meter distance between.
Yeah, that's the problem. The comments are 2 meters apart, aren't they?
Give him a second. I'm just going to play a little clip.
Jack, we don't. Yeah. Just 1 second. Just Jack. You have one last thing to say.
It's just a clip from Ezekiel, is all.
Let's not bother with that because no one will be able to see it, will they? Come on, shut the fuck up, mate.
No, but they can hear it.
Right.
Producer Bryn, what are you saying?
Producer Bryn, what is the scores? No one can hear Bryn, just FYI, but the boys have obviously just heard it. Yeah, so it is 4-3 to Sharpie. So what was his name? Woody Harrelson's character? Tallahassee takes it, and I'm sad to see him go. So unfortunately, it's goodbye, Mr. Ezekiel. Oh, Sharpie's celebrating by chucking his phone on the floor.
That's it. I'm just throwing everything about.
Goodbye, Mr. Ezekiel. God rest his soul.
I'm disgusted and ashamed all at once.
And it's hello to what was it? Taliban. Did you say?
Yeah, Taliban, yeah. No, Tallahassee.
Tallahassee!
We are going to have words when the quarantine's over, Mr.
But that's nice. That's nice that he won on his debut, though, Jack. Isn't it? It's nice.
Yeah, no, virtual handshake.
Thank you very much.
That's a really good debut, to be fair. He won top 11 and Thunderdome straight off the bat.
Yeah, he's taken Matt's role greatly because all Matt used to do was thrash me at everything.
No, let's see if we can keep it up. And I never win anything, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah. Right then, boys. That was, I think, we'll probably put it on Podbean, but it'll be shite as just audio. But it is what it is. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you very much.
Watching, whatnot. Someone's got to do it. You are real troopers. You got any final words, Jack? Sharpie, how you enjoyed your first episode?
I've loved it. I think it's been great. I think them little butterfly nerves have died down a bit when we got talking, and it's. I think we spoke about some deep stuff today. And I think it's been fun. It's been good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you for joining the show, Mr. Sharpston. NHS workers and everybody else keeping the world going. Thank you to everybody that's listened, watched, and done everything so far and got involved. Fair play to you. Thank you for that. It keeps us going. It keeps a distraction for everybody. So share it to your friends. Get involved next time. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You do not know how much it means, so make sure you do. And just generally thank you for everyone getting involved. Here's to hopefully some many more episodes when the world returns to normal, or some nice little online ones when we get going again.
Yeah. I think if I was just going to say something just before we go off as well, is that, with this virus and all that, it is scary stuff, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So just keep pushing forward, keep leaning on people, be there for people, and we'll come out the other end, won't we?
Yeah,
exactly.
Boy.
Look after each other. If anyone needs anything, let us know. And keep on pushing through. Keep on trucking.
Yeah, boy. If you do have any listeners' peeves, we're hoping to do like a listeners' peeves special online edition, but with the audio clips. So please send any of your personal peeves about lockdown, not about lockdown, whatever. Send them to utopiaproject.podcast@gmail.com. We'll put a the thing in the comments and stuff. But please, do listen. Well, obviously you're listening now, but like, comment, share, and all that sort of stuff. Subscribe. If you could pop a review on our page, that'd be even better. And you've got fuck all better to do, unless you're a key worker. You're sat at home pulling the end off it.
Literally, no one can say that they're busy.
Yeah. Anyone that isn't a key worker is now a key worker or key viewer for this podcast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So give us a review. But don't give us it if it's bad, obviously. That's maybe what. Yeah.
If it's a bad review,
maybe why we haven't got any review. Yeah. Yeah, but thank you very much for listening. I think we might come back next week. What do you reckon, boys? Maybe next Friday?
Maybe next week, maybe the week after.
Definitely. 100%.
If there's enough call for it, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not sure if I'll be busy or not, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I might be busy, like making the bed or something.
Yeah, Bryn's just come in my ear saying I don't know if he'll be available because he's got his premium Pornhub subscription sorted. So
fancy bastard.
Right. So Papa T, it says it's been a shambles. Glad to make you proud, Jack. Right, and on that note, I have been Chunky T. Thank you very much for listening, Jack.
I've been Jack Thorne, or Jack Magic, or whatever the fuck you want to say. I don't know. I'm a little bit drunk and it's Friday. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for listening.
And I've been the Permanent Sharpie. It has been a brilliant first show for me, and thank everyone for viewing.
And this has been the Utopia Project. Bryn, take it away.
Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home. It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan. There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great. Just as long as we've already let it through our gates. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. Yet another little podcast player. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. It's where we discuss the little things and make them better for you.